Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying for Beginners. Today we're going to tie a snowshoe wing sulfur. The hook I have in the vise is a number 80000. This is a size 14. This is a standard dry fly hook from Green Caddis Outfitters, greencaddis.com. I'm going to use 8/0 70 denier thread. We're going to put a base of thread down. We're going to come all the way to the rear with this. We're going to start by putting the tail on. You want to stop where it would hang at the barb. For the tail, I'm going to use medium done microfivets. You can use regular hackle. And we want those microfivets to be the length of the hook shank. I have about 4 or 6 of them here. Going to put a wrap underneath the tail. That actually open them up a little bit. I want to keep them more straight than pointing up. I'm going to wrap this forward. And we're going to remove that excess. Now, from the eye, we go back halfway, and just open spiral, and then forward half of that, which would be right there. Before we put the snowshoe on, I'm going to use a piece of foam. This is 1/8 by 1/8. You could even make it a little skinnier than that. And one side, you can see one side is a little dirtier. That's where the glue was. Just rubbing it in your hands there a little bit will get that glue off. We're going to wrap that in. Now I'm going to take a piece of my snowshoe foot. Natural, I like the natural the best. See, because you got this, if you look on this side, you got nice 2 colors there. But you want this. This is like CDC and rabbit. I have some in my hair stacker. And when we take it out of the hair stacker, make sure the tips are pointing the way you want to tie them on, because you will have less finger-to-finger transfer. You could get the loose ones out. We're going to measure this, and we want that wing to be just about the length of the hook shank. I'm going to tie that on top. Tie it in there tight. You can see my bobbin bending there. I'm going to trim off that excess. We could stand our wing up. And we want to take our thread to the rear. Bring that back to the tail area. I'm going to take my sulfur orange superfine dubbing. You want to put this on lightly. You want a nice skinny noodle. Take some and just get it on the, nip it on there a little bit, and then you can stretch it out and you can get it nice and skinny. You can see I'm stretching it there, and look at how nice and skinny that noodle is. That's about a 5-inch noodle there. I'm going to wrap this. That piece of foam is a pain in the neck a little bit. I'm going to put a wrap underneath the tails. There we go. With the dubbing. And then we can wrap the body. And bring that right up there. I'm going to put a couple of wraps in between on top of that foam there. That bottom is the most important part. And I can see I'm going to need just a little bit more dubbing. I'm going to pick up the wing, wrap in front. We want to make sure that we got that hole closed. Now I'm going to leave it a little bit of that really skinny dubbing on there yet. I'm going to go ahead and divide the wing. And I'm going to use that little bit of dubbing on there to divide that wing. Just give it one figure 8. You can get away with that right there without putting the foam in. Okay, we're close enough for the head. Take our piece of foam and pull the wings back. Pull that foam down there tight, but not too tight because you can break it off easily. And you could go ahead and remove the rest of that foam. Tie off your head. Take our whip finish. Take some head cement. Put some on the bottom of it. Put some on the top. 3, 2. Here we have a low-riding, super floating snowshoe wing sulfur. That piece of foam gives it that little bit of extra flotation. And then snowshoe wings, like I said, that's like CDC, because snowshoe has oily feet to run on top of the snow. Stay dry. But I hope that you learned something from this video. I hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Leave comments, questions, suggestions, and most of all, I thank you very much for watching my videos.